Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to the program, everybody, and welcome back to the program, the one and only Tom Coates. Good to see you, sir.
A pleasure as always, Lou.
Consumer Credit of Des Moines is what we're talking about here, and we have some things you're going to probably want to stop what you're doing just for a second to listen to, because some of these numbers are going to be staggering, and then some things that involving social media that we're going to talk about here today that are so important. But credit card debt, Tom, is really, it's hard to fathom the numbers.
Well, and of course, right now, Lou, I mean, the kids are going back to school. We just got done with the state fair. We were talking about that off air. None of that was cheap out there.
Right, and you had to use your card.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, cash doesn't play a lot of those. And of course, the reason was they were slipping some under the table. So they went with cards only in many of those cases. And so bang, 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 and maybe you just got back from a vacation before school started. Right. Everything's hitting right now. I got a bill yesterday from the county wanting me to pay my my property taxes.
I got the same one last week, and so it's that time too. And a lot of people may not have that in their accounts to be able just to write a check for that. So where does it end up?
Credit cards, of course.
Exactly. And how much average do people have on credit cards?
Well, that's a good question, Lou. On the average, the individual that's revolving credit card debt has $6,600 right now.
Oh, my gosh.
And that means the average household is between $10,000 and $11,000.
Wow. The
average credit card interest rate is well into the 20% APR, annual percentage rate. When so many of these people, well, I can't pay it off now, but I'll pay the minimum.
Right.
All they're doing is paying primarily interest and very little bit of principal.
Okay.
And it just goes on, and as you add more to it and more to it, that's why the delinquency rates are starting to run up now too.
Okay, now explain that.
All right. If you're paying it every month, then you're current, your credit score is good, da-da-da-da-da. But as you start to fall behind and you can't make some of those payments, 13% of the card holders right now are 90 days or more delinquent.
And do you get penalized for that?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, yeah.
Your credit score goes down. They charge you late fees. And if you run too far delinquent, they go into charge-off. Now, that means that collection agencies and attorneys will start knocking on your door.
Oh, my goodness.
Go and take you to court at some point, depending on how much it is.
Wow.
I mean, it gets worse and worse and worse.
Okay.
So you don't want to go down that road any further than you need to.
Okay. But the good thing is, Tom, we all know social media is there to serve, and it's there to help you, Tom, isn't it? Because we're talking TikTok, we're talking Facebook. They have so much advice. You can just get all your financial woes and worries taken care of on social media, right?
That's right, and the robots will be knocking at your door soon, right?
Okay, that's what we want everybody to pay attention to. Tell everybody about advice that they might be getting from social.
Well, I'm not saying that it isn't all good, but many times they don't get into the details of your situation. They leave out important details and the consequences that I just briefly touched on.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of things that can go on online. And of course, you can't even be hacked. You know, if you really dig in and let's give you your credit card information here, and you give it.
And you think you're doing something to help yourself, and you're just hurting yourself.
And you're just opening yourself up for that hack.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons to be very careful about getting your financial advice from online.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it's all bad, it's not.
Okay.
But there's some pitfalls, and the individual help that you really should be getting once you get into over your head is not something that I would recommend going online for.
Okay, so financial advice that you might be getting online might be good advice, but it doesn't mean it's good advice
for you. That's exactly right, Lou.
Okay,
not for you.
Okay, I got that. You need to talk to the professionals, people that do this for a living and that can help you. And that's where Consumer Credit of Des Moines comes in.
Well, and we've been doing it. I and my wife and my parents all started the business back in 1987. So next year will be our 40th anniversary.
Wow, impressive.
And we've helped over 100,000 individuals and families throughout Iowa. And we reach outside the state, but most of it's focused on Iowa.
Okay.
And we've helped them pay off a tremendous amount of credit card debt.
You need some assistance with your finances. ConsumerCredit-DM.com, 800-955-5765 is the number to call.
No cost for the counseling.
And no cost for the counseling. You heard that right. This guy will tell you all about it when you get a hold of him. Thank you, Thomas.